In the late 18th century, a new nation was born fragile, divided and uncertain of its future. The United States of America had just gained independence, but freedom was not enough to guarantee greatness. The early years were filled with challenges: weak governance, economic instability, and internal conflicts threatened to break the young nation apart. But what set America apart was not its strength, it was its vision. The Constitution created a system that balanced power and encouraged innovation. Unlike empires built on monarchy, America was built on ideas, democracy, freedom, and opportunity. As the 19th century unfolded, the nation expanded westward through land purchases, exploration, and conflict. America grew rapidly. Resources were abundant: fertile land, rivers, and minerals, everything needed to build an industrial future. Then came the Industrial Revolution. Factories rose, railroads stretched across the continent, and cities grew at an incredible pace. Millions of immigrants arrived, bringing labor skills and dreams. America became a land where ambition could turn into reality. But growth came at a cost. The Civil War nearly destroyed the nation. Brother fought against brother, and the country stood on the edge of collapse. Yet, from that destruction, a stronger America emerged. Slavery was abolished, the Union was preserved, and the nation began rebuilding, faster and more determined than ever. By the late 1800s, America was no longer just surviving. It was rising.
As the 20th century began, America was transforming into an industrial giant. Its factories produced steel, oil, and machinery at a scale the world had never seen before. But true global power came through conflict. World War I marked America's first major step onto the global stage. Though it entered late, its economic and military support helped shift the balance of power. After the war, the United States experienced rapid economic growth. The 1920s became a decade of innovation, wealth, and cultural change. Skyscrapers rose, industries expanded, and American influence spread. But then came the Great Depression. The economy collapsed. Millions lost jobs, banks failed, and hope faded. It was one of the darkest periods in American history. Yet once again, America adapted. Government reforms stabilized the economy, and industries slowly recovered. But it was World War II that truly transformed the United States into a superpower. While much of Europe and Asia were devastated by war, America's mainland remained untouched. Its factories became the backbone of the Allied victory, producing weapons, vehicles, and supplies at an unmatched scale. By the end of the war, America was not just powerful, it was dominant. Its economy was the strongest in the world, its military unmatched, and its influence global. The United States had become a leader of the modern world. After World War II, the world entered a new phase, the Cold War. Two superpowers stood at the center, the United States and the Soviet Union. It was not a war of direct battles, but of influence, technology, and ideology. America positioned itself as the leader of the free world. It invested in alliances, built powerful institutions, and expanded its global presence. Organizations like NATO strengthened its military reach, while economic programs rebuilt war-torn nations and secured loyalty. Then came the space race, when the Soviet Union launched the first satellite. Fear spread across America. But instead of retreating, the nation accelerated innovation. Within a decade, the United States landed humans on the moon, a moment that symbolized technological dominance and national pride. At the same time, American culture spread across the globe. Movies, music, technology, and brands made the United States not just a military power, but a cultural force. After the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, America stood alone as the world's only superpower. Its economy, military, and influence reached every corner of the planet. But being a superpower comes with challenges. New rivals emerge, global conflicts, evolved and the balance of power began to shift again. Yet one thing remains clear. The rise of the United States was not an accident. It was built on vision, resilient innovation, and the ability to adapt when the world changed. And that is what turned a young nation into a global superpower.